Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Round 7. And if you'd like to check out Instagram, it's hashtag 30DSCBL7. And this is the fun sketch that we're going to be using today. And I'm going to have 3 photos instead of 2. I usually don't go up near as often as I go down on the photos. Yeah, and I'm going to be using All Boy 2 by Echo Park. And I'm not going to use any stickers. I've got the sheet there, but I'm not going to use any. I am going to use my 1.5-inch hexagon punch because that's the largest one I've got. And I'm going to use scraps and that 6x6 paper pad. But yeah, I have a couple of scraps that I did punch. Well, one. I take it back. It's the orange one. But I was wanting some orange with a pattern, and I knew that scrap was in there. And I have one more scrap, and it's shaped like a triangle. If I could have figured out how to use it on this layout and it looked okay, I would have used it. But I'm going to have it for another layout. It came from a different boy collection than this one. My pictures, I'm matting the one by itself, the bigger one, and then the other two I'm matting together. And I'm going to put them opposite sides from the sketch just because of the position that the kids were in. And I did glance quickly at those borders, but the words, they had words on them, and I decided no, they wouldn't work. Because I was going to cover most of them up, I'd save them for a time when they could shine. A few of the strips was more narrow, but then there was one wider. And I had a scrap that was wider, not quite as wide as it looks in the sketch, but I'm going to use it just because that's what I have. And the 3 that are narrow go on the left, and then the wider one went on the right. And that's where my bigger photo is going to go. The pictures are from one of the times we went to the Boot Hill Children's Museum, and there was air coming out of that place on the table, and it'd blow the beach balls up in the air way up there. I mean, one of the pictures, I didn't even get high enough to get the ball in the picture, but it's up there. And they played with it for quite a while. Well, especially Jake, he liked it. And so one of the pictures, he's by himself because Casey had moved on. But if you look up there at the sketch, it's bright and colorful. So I thought, bright and colorful, that's making me want to do bright and colorful. So I got these pictures out because I knew they were. And I thought, well, this collection seemed bright and colorful until I put those pictures on it. But I thought, well, they can just show up all that much more. My first instinct was to put my hexagons down first, since they're under everything. But then I got to thinking the last time I did that, I was wishing they were a little bit different places by the time I actually got my photos on there. So this time I decided I'd just slide under stuff and go ahead and put them after I got the photos and paper on there too. And it did seem to work out better than the last time around. But I am just going to place them on there, and I'm going to have a few extra. I was just, kind of guessing how many I would need. I was worried I wouldn't have enough and have to go back and do some more. But yeah, I've got a few extra for another layout. And apparently I didn't get enough adhesive on that one because it looked like it needed more once I slid it under that other piece of paper. Yeah, the hexagons on the upper right-hand corner, I am sure I would have not gotten them in the right place at all because I was kind of surprised it was that high and that close to the edge. But, it was all underneath in the sketch, so I was going to put it all underneath in here too. On here, not in here, on here. But, yeah. And seeing that cute paper on the back? But I wanted the red. Now, these stickers are Amy Tangerine, and the color is tangerine too. I don't know if it says it on the package. I didn't read it, but that was the impression I got when I was putting it down. I was thinking, these aren't really orange. They're more like a tangerine. And since they are Amy tans, yeah, it could be. But they are corrugated, so they add some texture to the layout. And I pulled out the viewfinder. Well, I first pulled out a big gear, but I decided the orange wasn't working. And then this was there. It's an all-star. And I'm going to put all-star team, since they worked together quite a while on the balloon, the ball in the air, the beach ball. For a second there, I thought about putting Brad in my viewfinder, but no, it just wasn't working. There wasn't nothing there that I really wanted to put on there. So I decided to cover that part up with the All-Star, and I won't even be thinking about putting anything there then. And I was going to use a corrugated orange, but it just wasn't working. It was more of a rusty orange, like something for the fall. And I put them in here thinking maybe they'd work. And then I cut out these, a whole bunch of others, and stuck them in there. And they're from Artful Arrows by Tim Holtz. But I'll have some for the next time, because I'm only going to use the one, I think. I'll use a sticker for another arrow, but I think only one for this kind of arrow. And the team, I'm just using the Happy Day blue ones, navy blue ones. And so it's All-Star Team. But that's not my title. My title is at Air Vacuum. Only by the time I get done, it's going to be hashtag rad air vacuum. Oh, and here I found a little oval thing that says sometimes, I think it says sometimes, well, hold it, I will look. Right in my head, sometimes being a brother is better than being a superhero. Because his little brother looked up at him most of the time, except when he'd make him wash his hands. He would rebel. However, Casey would always win because he wouldn't give in on that one. But I want to mention that down there below, you'll see the link to Christy's Facebook group. And you can do a layout using the same sketch and post it in the group. And then a link to Christina's Redefine Creative shop on Facebook, and she does a live with each of the sketches every day. And then oodles and oodles of YouTube and Instagram links for different ones that are doing this. Some are not doing it every day, but it's surprising how many are. And yeah, get loads of inspiration. And if you go to Instagram and want to post a layout instead of Facebook, it's hashtag DSCBL7. But yeah, lots and lots of inspiration down there below. I pulled out my EK Success Star Punch, and I'm just going to scatter stars around like I would enamel dots, only they're going to be stars. And yeah, I think I'm about done. I'm going to put some sprinkles on there, and I'm going to use Dilutions London Blue. London Blue, yeah. And so they match the stars pretty good, and the word team on there too. But that's it. That's my layout. And that's my two oldest grandsons. And yeah, and there's the one of the arrows from the Tim Holtz Artful Arrows. And I guess it's because there are lots of different shapes in there, that's why they're named that. But they are cute and quirky. Usually his stuff is a little on the quirky side. And this is a science museum, so there was stuff all around telling you how different things worked. And you could read it. And I'd usually read it and explain it to the boys as best I could. But that's it. That's my layout. If you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.